Hello again everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. We are back here in Griffin Wing Keep and we apparently have a quest we can do here from Captain Ryland.
Inquisitor.
Tell me about yourself.
We haven't met, have we? What's your name, soldier? Where have you served? I beg your pardon, Inquisitor.
I think I have had this conversation with him actually.
At your service. I served with the Templars in Starkhaven until they all ran off to the hills, barking at the moon. Commander Cullen offered me a job, and I was glad to do anything to help stop all this madness.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay, let's not start a fight in the middle of the keep. What's this about bandits?
Report. What's the situation in the Warden's fortress? Bandits moved in. Worse
Oh,
than
good.
pullbacks, if you ask me. They're holed up in there and using it as a base to strike at our supply caravans. Blasted scavengers.
So we need to go and kill those bandits then.
Yes, Inquisitor.
Let's go and do that. Where are they? They're over there. Oh, they literally moved into the tower. They literally moved into the tower after that ritual was completed. Typical, absolutely typical. Fine, let's go and kill them. Why not, right? Why not go and kill them? Was the western approach where those horrible sulfur pits were? I think they were, weren't they? I think it was. Anyway. Yeah, we'll go and clear out these bandits and then we'll pop back to Skyhold. I might try and canvass all my party members as well, just to see if there's any more conversations we can have with them, because it's been a while since we've had a good speak to some of them, so I might go and have a check of that. Because logically, more stuff should kind of come available to talk about, and relationships can develop the farther the main story progresses, based on what I know about the older Dragon Age games and Mass Effect 2, obviously. I don't mean Mass Effect 2, I mean Mass Effect as well. All of the Mass Effect games, even Andromeda. Even Andromeda. Alright, you bandit bastards. Since you wasted absolutely no time taking advantage of the current state of the plot, I feel like I need to deal with you. They look like French revolutionists. Well, that was fun. That was very fun. Oh, there's another thing we didn't even find. Barely readable, unsent letter. Service. Can you bring the Grey Wardens back? My men are saying Darkspawn at night. Darkspawn. It's not a blight starting, is it? You'll protect us, right, Drubont? Yeah, you're not getting the Grey Wardens back, I'm afraid. It's not happening. Sorry. Right, back at Skyhold. Right, let's go and speak to everybody before we try anything else. See if we can develop our stories with them anymore. Here we go. We'll start with Cassandra, because why not? Cassandra is Bay. Should not have said that. Hey, it works! Nice, okay, good stuff. How did we end up in here?
I can keep staring at this, but I won't get any closer.
Can I help?
Something I can help you with?
Yes.
Oh, it's the war table, isn't it? So she must be
We saw
planning
so
something.
many Red Templars at the assault on Haven. Perhaps all that was left of the Order. What we didn't see was Lord Seeker Lucius. Indeed, I've seen no hint of any Seekers amongst the Red Templars, or anywhere. I have a growing suspicion Corypheus has imprisoned them.
Oh, okay.
Why imprisoned? He could just as easily have killed them.
Not easily. But yes, they may be dead. But the Seekers began this war against the mages. They cannot have simply vanished. There must be a trail we can follow, yet so far I have only discovered hints.
What if they're infected?
But they could have ended up just like the Red Templars.
Seekers do not use lyrium. I assume Corypheus gained control of the Templars by corrupting the lyrium they were already taking. To do the same to a Seeker, you'd have to force the lyrium upon him. That may be what happened, but it couldn't have begun that way. We're missing a piece of the puzzle, Inquisitor. I need to find it.
Okay, this is important to you, yes.
Finding them obviously means a lot to you.
I left the Order, but I can never abandon them. I cannot even claim that rescuing them would be beneficial. They wouldn't look kindly on the Inquisition. But even so, if there's a chance... If we can spare resources to follow up on these leads, Inquisitor, I would appreciate it.
Absolutely, that is absolutely fine, Cassandra. You don't need to ask twice. Locate the missing Seekers operations available. Have Cullen, Liliana, or Josephine investigate the disappearance of the Seekers. Well, we can do that. Oh, look, it's Hawk and Varric just chilling outside the War Council.
You did well, Varric. The Inquisitor is just who we need.
It's been great. Murderous wardens, archdemon attacks, plenty of blood mages and crazy Templars. Just like home.
I know how much you
Yeah.
hated leaving Kirkwall.
This is the ass end of Thetis. You know they eat snails here? Still, I think
How very French.
I need to finish this out. If it weren't for me and Bartrand, none of this would have happened. So much for changing our lives.
That's what happens when you try to change things. Things change. You can't always control how.
Very astute statement, Hawk.
I tracked the Wardens to Adamant Fortress, Inquisitor. Your specialists have my full report.
Thanks. So I can't speak to Varric right now because he's there. Let's check the rest of them, though. Josephine.
Yes.
Personal questions. I feel like we've already asked about this, but we'll try.
Who rules Antiva?
Officially, the Principality of Antiva is governed by His Majesty King Fugelno II. In reality, Antiva's merchant princes rule the country in everything but name. Quite loudly, I might add.
What sort of dealings did you have with these merchant families?
As ambassador, I attended Privy Council meetings in a mediatory capacity. May I just say, one has never heard an argument until they've sat in on 15 princes howling down each other's tariff suggestions.
That sounds more like a mob than a meeting.
It's all a part of life in Antiva. Our traditions value passion and romance, a certain exuberance of style.
Are you positive you're Antivan?
Exuberant, when it's called for, just at the right moments, and in a proper fashion.
Sure, Josephine.
Might we speak of
Sure.
something else?
just change the subject a little
Go
bit.
into detail about how you know Liliana.
We met, let me think. We met the last few years of my schooling, but we became friends after I became ambassador to Olay. It seems terrifyingly long ago now.
How exactly did you and Liliana reconnect in the Inquisition?
I discovered my family had been overcharging a merchant we traded with for months. Our name carries a great deal of trust in Antiva. I spent weeks arranging a string of favors as suitable recompense. Apparently satisfied, the merchant extended me an invitation to her estate. Liliana greeted me in place of the merchant.
That sounds like her.
I assume there was more to it than a strange way to say hello.
It was a test of sorts. Liliana claimed she needed someone of painful integrity for the position. I accepted, once she finally explained what it was.
Do you remain close?
Yes, but she's grown so much more distant than the outgoing woman I met.
She's a lot different from what she was years ago, it's true.
Singing the sweetest songs, charming the
She's very innocent back in the day. Now she's quite sinister in a sense. Quite edgy.
That would make empires tremble. I worry, but she will not hear it.
Does Liliana confide in you?
She enjoys revisiting our more disastrous adventures. Liliana used to concoct the most ridiculous plans. Run if you ever see her with a twine ball, a measuring stick, and a handkerchief.
I'm not even going to ask.
What's the land like in Antiva?
The settled areas are quite lush. The vineyards run as far as the eye can see in some places. Antiva City, however, perches right up against the Rialto Bay. That's what I miss most. The sea crashing against the maze of the docks.
I have difficulty seeing you wandering around a trading port.
Everyone in Antiva City spends time by the ships, my lord. The finest restaurants and poets all make their habitation by the sea. The waterfront's never still. Lanterns are lit along the promenade no matter what the weather.
Are you ever homesick?
Occasionally. When a breeze stirs the trees in the garden, I sometimes pretend it's the sound of the sun.
No.
Do you know, I even miss those terrible squawking birds infesting the harbor. My youngest sister used to throw whole loaves of bread to the gulls. Silly thing.
Whole loaves of bread is a bit excessive. I mean,
Tell me about the Montiliers.
Well, my parents are alive and in good health. They live in our estate in Antiva City. Of my 4 siblings, most attend to the running of the family vineyards. That reminds me, I must ask someone to make sure Yvette attends the spring reception at the palace. My youngest sister has no head for social engagements.
Why are you overseeing your siblings' social lives?
It's Antivan custom. After a certain age, the heir apparent runs the family's estates to prove they're worthy of succession. If you're unfit for the task, the heads of the house, usually one's parents, may decree a new heir.
What do these Antivan heads of the household do if they don't run it?
They work and provide guidance. I've taken advice from my parents. Well, mostly mother. Father's more of an artist. It's rather gauche, but we never can dissuade him from running his own salons. Between him and my siblings, mother's looking forward to my taking over the estate.
Between that and the Inquisition, when do you ever rest?
Delegation helps a great deal.
hmm.
But managing the estate is my duty. As much work as it is, I will not shirk it.
That is a good woman right there.
Is running your family's estate that important to you?
I'm responsible for their welfare. A Montilier never shuns their familial duty. Taxing, as those duties can sometimes be.
Maybe your siblings could help lighten your burden.
You don't know them. But Lorien in charge, or Antoine, or Yvette? No, truly. It must be.
Fair enough.
Who raised Joseph?
You know best.
I was born in Antiva City, but when I turned 15, Mother declared I'd attend finishing school in Val Royeaux. But I bawled into her skirts the day I had to leave.
That's too funny.
They have to pry your fingers off the doorframe as well.
Admittedly, I may have been a trifle sheltered, but my mother only wanted the best for me. Living in Orlais was an education in itself.
What did you learn at this finishing school in Val Royeaux?
Among other things, mathematics, rhetoric, poetry, history, logic, and a great deal of etiquette.
Oh, Josephine's an etiquette master.
Madame Beventir switch on my knuckles when I forgot the basic tenets of Nevaran dining customs. For a dowager approaching her 80th year, she had quite the arm.
How did the younger you like Val Royeaux when you arrived?
Have you ever stepped into a new city and felt the buildings couldn't possibly be real? That was Val Royeaux to me. So beautifully foreign, I gaped at its spires for months.
Does Antiva City have nothing that compares to Val Royeaux?
Antiva City is a jewel among the capitals. But I did not appreciate that before I tried. There are multitudes of places I'd like to see. Saharan, the Anderfels, whatever lies past the Amarantine Ocean.
Josephine's one of these who wants to travel the world,
Another time.
clearly. Oh, we actually unlock Codex on Antiva as well. If we can find it. Antiva. In the rest of the civilized world, it's common belief that Antiva has no king. I assure you, gentle readers, that this is untrue. The line of kings in Antiva has remained unbroken for 2,500 years. It is simply that nobody pays any attention to them whatsoever. In truth, the nation is ruled by a collection of merchant princes. They are not princes in the literal sense, but heads of banks, trading companies, and vineyards. Their power is conferred strictly by wealth, but Antiva is not primarily renowned for its peculiar form of government nor for its admittedly unparalleled wines. Antiva is known for the House of Crows. Since Antivans are well known for being good at everything but fighting, it is more than a little ironic that Antiva possesses the most deadly assassins in the world. Their fame is such that Antiva keeps no standing army. No king is willing to order his troops to assault her borders, and no general is mad enough to lead such an invasion. The attack would likely succeed, but its leaders would not see the day. That's an intimidating country in a way. Like, not strong, but so deceptive that they would get you. It is quite intimidating in a sense. Right, is Varric standing around here now, or is he still back there? He's still there. His position just hasn't changed. Gatsy, any luck finding any luck finding random mosaic pieces for me? No. Okay, good news. What do we want? Also, want to go speak to Solar Store in Ileana. Let's go and try and find them. We know Solus is in here. At least he should be. There he is.
We must stop the Wardens from carrying out this insane plan, Inquisitor.
Jesus, fool!
Seek out these old
Shit!
gods deliberately in some bizarre attempt to preempt the Blight.
Don't forget the demons.
And calling the army of demons. That's my favorite part.
The demons are nothing. They're a tool.
A tool that gives Corypheus an army.
That's not the point. Even if they could succeed, the entire idea is wrong. The Blight is not something one smugly outsmarts. Forgive me. The entire idea is unnerving.
It's fine.
How can I help?
Anything else about Corypheus?
Know more about Corypheus.
You shamed him when you destroyed Haven. It would be... He will return.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
So nothing more from Corypheus. It's Corypheus. Solus. Solus is not Corypheus, as far as I'm aware. I mean, I don't think I've seen them both in the same room before, but still.
I heard a
Dorian?
rumor about you. Is that so?
What's this rumor?
Indeed. Someone's been doing some training. As an assassin, no less.
I'm not an actual assassin. Yeah.
I'm not taking coin to kill people, if that's what you're suggesting.
I don't see why not. Is that worse than coin from looting the people you kill?
Those are enemies.
Ah.
You have a lot of enemies. No need to split hairs. At any rate, if you ever intend to make it an actual profession, do tell me. The Antivan Crows have nothing on the Emporium. I know people. Keep it in mind.
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Can you tell me anything else about the...
Anything specific?
Corypheus was a magister.
Corypheus is a figure out of Tevinter history. He was a magister.
Yes, but that was a different time. The Imperium's power was at its peak then. The Civil War had ended. The Magisterium was united, its armies scooping up bits of Thedas like candy. The Magisters who entered the Black City. It was a demonstration of how exceptional Tevinter had become.
But who were they?
No one knows. There's no record of a Magister named Corypheus. All this happened...
Must purely be a Darkspawn name.
The Blight nearly wiped us out. There are no records. Today, people half believe it's all just a story. That's what I believed.
We have evidence the story is very much real.
But not who Corypheus is. If he even remembers. There used to be families who claimed some of those Magisters as their own. That stopped when the Chantry appeared. Then it was shameful, and the families distanced themselves from the tale. All we know is that some men and women entered the Black City looking for the old gods. What did they find? According to Corypheus, nothing. And only he could tell us more.
And I don't think he'll be in the mood to tell us more right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm not going to start a romance with Dorian as much as I do enjoy him. Fiona?
It doesn't surprise me you found the Wardens mixed up in all this. From first-hand experience, you should be wary anytime my old order is involved.
You're a Grey Warden.
You were once a Grey Warden.
Mine is an unusual circumstance, Inquisitor. Normally one is part of the Order until death. But long ago I found myself stripped of what made me a Warden. They tried to reinitiate me, but nothing worked. Nor could they figure out how it happened. So I was sent to the Circle of Magi, the first Warden ever to be kicked out. Quite the achievement.
That's a weird one.
You sound happy about it.
Becoming a Warden seemed like a dream when I was first conscripted. Towards the end, however, my brothers and sisters, they felt I had somehow cheated death. I was glad to leave. It also made me unique in the Circle. I had an opportunity to do more than I ever could as a warden.
You mean you began the Mage Rebellion?
I pushed for our vote to free the circles of Magi, but I cannot claim sole responsibility for what followed. Still, despite all the chaos, I would do it again. What happened had to happen.
You're not still the Grand Enchanter then?
Any claim I had to the title ended along with the circles of Magi, although some still call me by it. Perhaps the circles will one day be resurrected. If so, another will take the position. Until that time, I lead my fellow mages by default. I will do what I can for them.
You believe they'll recreate the Circle of Magi after all this?
It depends on who the next divine is, and what she offers.
True.
We can't go back to the way things were. But endless warfare benefits no one. That is why I agreed to Justinia's conclave. There must be another solution.
Everything as well?
I trust everything is well with the mages.
We're mostly relieved. An alliance with the Inquisition offers security. Although, who knows for how long?
Carry on.
I'll leave you to it.
Lovely. Well, I'm going to end that episode here, guys. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed. Next episode, we'll check on the rest of our allies here in Skyhold, and then see what we can do with the war table after that. So thanks again for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed. If you haven't, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I shall catch you all in the next episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. Thanks again, guys. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.